shield, using that as a pressure point. Even if I get this edge, doesn't matter where I get it. Then I'm going, all right, especially if I've got my big shield, I know I've got most of this line locked down. And then from here, I am trying to get my right foot outside yours as much as possible to create space. My hand is traveling behind my head. And then, as I'm throwing, I am pivoting my left foot back, or I think it's compass step.
Compass step,
yeah, probably. And I'm pivoting on that front foot, pulling my left foot back, creating that space and changing that line. So, go to guard. From here, I'm going, and then recovering back. So, what I'll get you to do is just practice that footwork. Keep your hands in position. So I want you to take your sword foot, step outside my left arm. And then as you throw, don't worry about throwing the hands. I just want you to practice going step, compass. Try that. So step to that side, leave your foot there. And then, as soon as you've thrown that, and you've felt the power transfer, whether it hits shield, whether it hits body, we are taking the shortest line back possible and recovering our guard. That's probably one of the more important things, because if you go, I've got it, you die. So, footwork again, and then I want you to take a step backwards, get that sword back up into position. So, throw it lightly, don't worry about it too much, just get your hand down. So, step, hand up, good. Again. Keep that angle, we'll just rotate around a couple of times. Good. So that's the sort of footwork you need. We talk about being offline. Even if you get just a little bit offline, sometimes it can be enough. Throwing grabs are the most complicated blow we throw. So what I want you to do, it's all works. Just throw a leg snap. Don't worry about the wrap for now. Just snap to my leg as you throw it. So slow it down because we are complicating the stuff we're doing. I'm going to bring the speed down a little bit. So, step. Disengage. Well out of range. Let's do that again. Make sense? Cool. What questions do you have?
What about your sword time?
Deep offhands are tricky to some degree. Because basically what you're doing, so you remember how when Gax probably would have talked about how you've got a pivot in front of your face to throw a shallow offhand, and you've got an arc behind your head to throw a deep. You're basically using that off. So if you go to guard and I pretend to throw it on you, I am going to try and shove my shield into this, push my tools across, and as I push my tools, I am dropping my hand back. I am getting my hand as far around my head as possible, and I am basically
I'm more of a subscriber of the going the first your deep offside doesn't hit, just do another deep offside.
It's a bit brutal if you can pull it off, and it really requires a
It's not tricky at all.
crunch of that
Just keep
body,
going until it works.
Your footwork. So if you imagine, pull your left hip back for me. Imagine you are trying to drive your hip into your right foot. So we are going there. We are just trying to crunch down and use that whole power chain in your core to flick that offhand deep. Berengar doesn't fight anymore. He's probably the person I've seen who throws it the best. And it's brutal. But when you're in close like this, we can't throw our big long range snaps. So we are either looking to create space, which is the probably easier thing in terms of technique. Otherwise we have to start pitching cuts, which is basically punching people in your face just 2 inches up from the basket. Because from here you can just go there. But you have to be really careful about positioning and power. Because you are basically just punching. So have a play around with that on the pelt. You can practice that deep one on the pelt. Just basically go to guard and then practice rotating around.
Have your foot the way that Alain is doing it? So you don't ever want to do that. You want to keep your knees between the top of your foot and between the toe.
Okay.
So
you
you're
should
putting
be
your
Take a step with it.
yeah.
take a step with it and then put the knee,
Yep.
the rotation down. Watch the length.
So I will tend to turn my foot in and then rotate over that.
Yeah.
The knee is still in.
Okay.
So you don't want to ever just rotate the hips like this, because you're twisting your knee. You're going to hurt yourself. You're rotating the hips. The knee is staying closed. That's where you're getting power, because it's stabilizing and it's safer for your knees. Because your knees move this way, but they don't move this way.
Yeah.
I'm doing that and it's hurting already, so.
Yeah. Magic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Think about creating space. Even if it is just put your shield in the way, pull your hand back, and then decide what to do.
Yeah.
Creating space to make decisions and then move your sword.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. I'm going to borrow that, and Evan's going to do drills.
Yeah.
Hold it on, grab your shields. Yeah.